Okay, I'm going to show you as quickly as I can how to do this little probability experiment where we take a calculator and we have it simulate what it would be like to roll a die. So if we roll a die out there, we've got to roll it, check it, record it, and then roll it again. That can take a little bit of time. So the cool thing about this is the calculator will allow us to do this really quickly. So here's what we're going to do. You'll notice that what I have on the screen is a TI-30 XS Multiview. The notes that you were watching are an old set of notes. We used an older calculator back then. Same type of idea here. The buttons are basically in the same place, same type of syntax. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to hit the PRB button. And then we notice that rand is right there, so I'm going to scoot over to that. And I want to select number 2, so I can either down arrow or I can literally just hit the number 2. So I'm going to hit that. And then we're going to do 1, and then the comma on this is right above the decimal key. So we're going to hit second and then the decimal. And then we're going to hit a 6. And then we're going to close the parentheses right here. Okay, so now we've got this rand int for random integer, 1, 6. So it's going to give us an integer between from 1 to 6 every time we hit this. So I'm going to go ahead and hit enter. So this is just like rolling a die for the first time, and it tells us that it's a 1. So I'm going to put a tally mark right here. And then I'm going to keep doing this. So we just keep hitting enter, and it's going to give us most of the time a different number every time. So it does that. We get a 3. So I'm going to put a tally mark on 3. We're going to do it again, and it gives us a 4, so we put a tally mark there. Gives us a 2, put a tally mark there. Gives us a 3, put another one. Gives us a 6. Gives us a 3. Gives us a 6. Gives us a 5. So we finally got a 5 there. Gives us a 6. And you can see that this takes quite a bit of time to write down, but it's still quicker than if we actually were rolling a die. And it's just coming up with these numbers randomly. And you can kind of see that these are roughly evenly distributed. Now, this isn't going to be perfect. You can see that we've left out a 1 here quite a bit. And just as I mentioned that, here comes a 1. And we've got a 3. So these are kind of all going to go up together. So here's a 4. And here's another 4, so I'm going to make a little tally mark right here, cut across those so I can tell that that's 5. Do another one, so here's a 1 catching up right here, another 1. Okay, so we're doing pretty well, so they're kind of tied except for now 5's kind of behind. Here's a 6. Now this is not going to work out perfectly every single time. Everybody's going to get a different answer. And let's see, there's a 6, we've got 5 of each one of those. Got another 6, so we're going to start another tally here. And a 3. Now, one thing that can get kind of difficult is if you don't keep track of how many that you've actually done, you can actually overshoot the 100 that we were rolling for. Okay, so we want to do this 100 times, and we want to track the results. So you can see 5 is way behind right now. There's only been 2 of those, and 2's behind quite a ways. And again, just as I mentioned that, here comes a 2 and another 2. So 2's kind of catching up now. And let's see, another 2, so we're doing pretty well there. That 5's going to come up sooner or later, okay, but it could be a while. It's not unusual for this to happen. This is just a random event, and we'll keep going like that. And let's see, another 6. Well, that 5's getting pretty far behind there. Got a 4, so we just keep marking these down until we get to 100 altogether. Let's see, we've got a 3. We've got 10 3s so far. And a 1, and a 6. There, we've got 10 of those, and another 3, so we're on 11 3s so far, a 4, and we just keep doing this until we get to 100. Now we're going to stop in a few minutes here, and we'll, ooh, there's a 5, okay, finally got one of those, and a 2. We'll stop in a minute and we'll kind of see how far we've gotten. Okay, this is another 2. Try and keep these really nice so you don't make mistakes and get too many. Not that it's the end of the world. I mean, this is just a little experiment right here. Let's see, another 6, 3, and another 6. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and count how many we've got. So we've got 7 so far right here. we've got that's 11, we've got 12, and we've got 8, and we've got 4, and we've got 13. So you can tell 5 is way behind right now, but it may catch up. If we put these together, we've got 20. If we put those together, we've got 18. And if we put those together, we've got 17. So these two would make 35 plus another 20. That's 55 altogether. So we're halfway done right now. What I'd like you to do is keep doing this, or keep this in mind. If you've got your own calculator and you're following along, great. I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, and then you can just copy down what the answers are. Okay, so I've got this all done. The tally marks got a little bit skewed around here and stuff like that. But so here's what we've got. We've got 16 out of 100 were 1s. We've got 18 out of 100 were 2s. We've got 18 out of 100 were 3s. 18 out of 100 were 4s. 10 out of 100 are 5s. And 20 out of 100 are 6s. Now, I'll tell you, this is a little unusual to have all of these turn out to be exactly the same, but then we're going to reduce each one of these. Now, 4 will go into both of these, so this is actually 4/25ths. Okay, so we've got our answer there. This is going to be 9/50ths. This is going to be 9/50ths also. This is going to be pretty easy because these all work out the same. 9/50ths there. So 50ths there. And then this is going to be 1/10. And this is going to be, let's see, 2, that's going to be 2/10. So that's going to be, let's see, 1/5 is the best way to write that one. Now, if we wanted to, we could kind of double check this and make sure that we did okay. We could add all of those together, and they would equal 1, because when we set up, this is called a probability model, all of the probabilities are going to add up to we want to be 1. They're all between 0 and 1, including 0 and 1. And then if we add them up, if we add up all the possibilities, it should equal 1, meaning 100%. All right, hopefully that helped you out. Again, this is just getting familiar with how probability works. If you've got a calculator, great. If you don't, hopefully this helped you out. Thanks.